The Art of Visual Storytelling in Fashion Photography by David Whitney. Every great fashion photograph has elements that draw the viewer in. As a fashion photographer, your role isn't just to capture clothing, it's to create a composition. Every shape, color, line, and texture in your frame becomes part of that narrative. When you approach photography, you transform images into experiences that move your audience and define a brand's identity. Shapes and lines are the silent directors of your viewer's attention. A bent elbow forming a V-shape or crossed legs creating an L can naturally lead the eye toward your model's face. These forms act like invisible arrows that keep the viewer's gaze flowing through your composition. And when the gaze gets to the eyes, they had better be in focus, or the whole thing is a waste. Echoing shapes found in nature, curves, arcs, and angles create a mental tapestry. The gentle bend of a model's body mirrored in the drape of fabric or the architecture behind them adds rhythm and continuity. When your lines flow naturally, your image feels balanced, intentional, and alive. The V-shape in a pose draws the eye inward, directing attention toward the model's expression. Texture adds interesting details for the mind. Texture invites your viewer to feel your photograph. The smooth sheen of silk, the rough edge of denim, or the glimmer of sequins under light can transform a flat image into something tactile and immersive. Sequins shimmer like fish scales, catching the light in countless directions and adding a sense of movement even when the subject stands still. Use lighting to shape and emphasize those textures. Soft light reveals delicacy, hard light highlights structure. Combining contrasting materials, matte against glossy, rough beside smooth, creates visual tension and energy that pull your viewer deeper into the frame. Sequins shimmer like fish scales, adding motion and luxury even in stillness. Before your audience notices composition, they feel the color, soft. Muted tones can whisper intimacy and grace, ideal for beauty or editorial work. Bold, saturated hues spark energy and impact, perfect for streetwear or high fashion campaigns. Think in color stories. Warmth for nostalgia, coolness for distance, contrast for drama. When your color palette aligns with the emotion you're telling, the result is unmistakably yours. Black, red, and white. The ultimate in attractive contrasting color. Ask yourself this question: why do some ads use no color at all? Why black and white? There are two reasons. One, the photographer realized that the colors in the scene are not compatible. Two, when a photo looks dramatic in black and white, it's hard not to use it. Warm tones evoke intimacy and nostalgia. Cool tones create sophistication and space, movement and flow. Movement breathes life into your imagery. Long hair caught mid-motion, fabric swirling in air, or the shift of a shoulder can make a photograph pulse with rhythm. Hair, for instance, can move like feathers, soft, fluid, and weightless, adding a sense of elegance and vitality. Plan your motion with intention. Let fabric echo the model's pose. Let wind carry emotion across the frame. When you capture movement thoughtfully, your viewer doesn't just see your photograph, they feel it. Hair moves like feathers in flight, adding softness and motion to your frame, contrast and drama. Every strong image has a feel, the gift of contrast. Contrast gives your image rhythm and structure. A burst of crimson against neutral tones, or light slicing through shadow, creates instant tension and focus. It's not only about brightness. Contrast lives in textures, shapes, and emotions. Use it to spotlight your subject, express mood, and build visual drama. Strong light and shadow create an emotional rhythm, a heartbeat in the image. Nature and the human form. The body and nature speak the same visual language, curves, rhythm, and beauty. There's a created link between the human figure and the natural world. The curves of a body often mirror leaves, petals, waves, or tears, a universal rhythm that feels harmonious to the human eye. When you see those parallels and capture them, you tap into an instinctive sense of balance and beauty. Sequins shimmer like fish scales. Hair flows like feathers. These natural metaphors connect fashion to the organic world, reminding your audience that elegance, texture, and form are all reflections of nature itself. A helpful way to approach visual storytelling is to think like a comic book artist. Each frame in a comic isn't just a picture, it's a moment in a sequence. In fashion, each photo scene can serve the same role, building emotion, tension, and character. Imagine your photo set as a page layout. Wide shots establish the setting, medium shots reveal mood, close-ups capture emotion. When arranged together, in an editorial spread or digital campaign, they tell a cohesive, cinematic story. How many times have you seen an ad with more than one photo, where there is a story and a flow? It's sensational. Photos and comic panels are rectangles. You have to place the model and objects in the scene in a way that feels good. Some photographers use the rule of thirds, some use the space as a puzzle. Fashion photography is more than imagery, it's authorship through light and darkness. Every great fashion image is more than a picture. It's a chapter in a visual story. Shapes, lines, textures, colors, and movement all serve your narrative, but you are the storyteller who unites them. When you compose with intention and emotion, your work resonates far beyond the frame. Fashion photography will always evolve. New trends, new tools, new platforms. But the art of visual storytelling, your ability to give meaning to light and form, will always remain at its heart. Finally, I want to explain the swoop. That shape I see constantly in the best fashion photos. This shape more than any other make the model look well styled. I had to say because the word is so overused. Iconic. Great fashion photography is a mental game.